Yes, sir, Ski. We are back. Episode 4? This is episode 4, right?
4.
Episode 4, man. Free Gems Podcast, episode 4. You know what I'm saying? You got Ez with y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm here. We here.
We got Kamal over here. You know how we do.
Listen, man, it's exciting. We back for show. Episode 4. We're working on a whole bunch of more episodes, and I don't know how the fuck we both made it here. I'm not gonna lie. We running a little late. Listen, we gotta stop making this a habit, man.
Nah, don't worry. It's cool.
I showed up at exactly the time. Like, nigga, it was supposed to be 10:30. I was here at 10:30 at the door. Maybe 10:31. I ain't gonna lie.
But feel me, I was actually working on being here half an hour later, like we were supposed to, but I ain't know until you called me this morning. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we had to switch the time, you know what I'm saying, real last minute. But listen, man, the important thing is that we here. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta call Audible sometimes.
Yeah, somehow we made it here. You know what I'm saying? We here to talk our shit. But so I mean, we starting off the day. It's you know what I'm saying? It's early. You know what I'm saying? We it take a lot to get here, but we gonna make it happen anytime, man.
Absolutely, whatever we got to do to make it.
Still planning on working, man. And you know what? Matter of fact, we was talking about what the fuck we gonna start with. Let's start off with punctuality. Like, yo, being on time, my nigga. Like getting places when you're supposed to is super important for people to take you serious. Cause I ain't gonna lie, you show up late, and your first impression is everything.
It's horrible.
So when you show up late to something, man, it'll fuck up your reputation off rip. Like that relationship is automatically tainted because this person's already showing up late. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be thinking that it's okay to just be right on time. Like, nah, be early.
You gotta be early, especially if it's a first impression, whatever case may be. If it's a first impression, you gotta realize you probably first time there. You've never been there before, so you definitely want to get there early. You know, read the room, try to
facts.
Yeah, all that is important. You never want to stumble in and then right as soon as you get there, you're processing everything. You want some time to process your environment.
Nah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean.
Nah, for sure. And people gotta remember, you only get one chance to make a first impression.
Absolutely.
After that, it's, you know what I'm saying? You already starting to build a rapport with this person, good or bad. You know what I mean?
No matter what it is, that first impression can make or break you in a lot of cases. And you make a bad one, then that's okay. You just have to keep moving forward, and hopefully you win them over. In your second and third impressions, but your first one is definitely the absolute most important.
No, where in time, man, time is so precious. Like I be talking to people like with such a different like mindset when it comes to like when people play with my time. Like it really bothers me now because I try to do so much on a daily basis, on a minute to minute basis. Like even my mind is just running on like, all right, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Even if it's just like, all right, I gotta check Coinbase right now. Let me go check my credit. Let me go. All right, let me make sure let me go pay some extra bills and pay this extra. Let me put a little extra 100 towards this credit card or this and that. And like I always feel like I'm in a rush because of like the way my mind be moving so fast. But then I realize like sometimes you just gotta slow the fuck down.
Absolutely.
And make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do properly, because when you're speeding and you're running through life, man, you're gonna fuck up. You're definitely not gonna be able to hit the mark on everything that you're trying to do just because you got too much going on. You know what I'm saying? That's something I'm dealing with right now.
Sometimes you have to sit back and start to list and make sure you prioritize what's really the most important throughout your day, the most important goals, because you have a lot of stuff to do. It's just
That's true.
It's just like a buffet. You want to hit the meals that gonna hit first before all your little side meals. You definitely got to finish the main course first.
Yeah, you're right, and I always catch myself doing some shit that I'm like, fuck, I could have been doing this right now. Like, that wasn't enough. Like I'll be waking up in the morning and I'll be thinking like, oh, I need to go buy something, but it's like, shit, I still got to get new windshield wipers. I got to get a new oil change. I got everything. Like I got so much other shit that's more important. Like this motherfucker's gonna stop running if I don't go fix it. You know what I'm saying? Especially like just handling important errands like fucking like DMV shit, making sure your court tickets is handled.
All that is really important, but a lot of stuff that's easy to brush that stuff aside.
It push to the side, but then it catches you at the back end. All of a sudden, you got a fucking warrant for your arrest because you didn't pay this fucking seatbelt ticket or some shit.
That you should have done, that you should have taken care of, but sometimes life gets in the way. So if you don't do it right now, you totally forget about it, and it's like, damn.
Where one important gem that I learned was, put everything on autopay, and then fuck that.
Yeah.
Put everything on autopay.
Everything.
And make sure you keep
Everything on credit.
Everything on autopay and shit. Just because like I be catching myself slipping, just forgetting to pay some shit.
Yeah,
because it's so minute. Like the PSE&G bill should be like $60 in a month. I forget about that shit. I have to just make sure I call them motherfuckers up and put that shit on autopay. But
and also as far as time management is concerned, make sure that you're hitting all the important areas without spreading yourself too thin. You know, you don't want to be the person that's a jack of all trades but a master of none. You know,
Right.
sometimes you got to master.
And you know, that's actually one of my fears, man, because I want to be so versatile and everything
Yeah,
I do. That I be
yes,
thinking like,
same.
fuck, yo, like if you know what I'm saying, if you giving everything 10%, you're not gonna give anything 100%. You know what I'm saying? I got 10 things I'm giving 10% to. It's like how the fuck do I sit down and focus on 100%? And like I'm slowly working on it because my real goal is to eventually not have to work at all with what I do, like the whole tattooing stuff. I don't want to do that at all just because it's too time consuming. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
It's literally all day every day, and then I can't even speak to people. Like I'm
Literally.
so caught up in what I'm doing, I can't even.
You can't even
with
communicate
nobody.
properly,
Right.
yeah.
Right, and then it's always like an excuse in my head, like, oh, I didn't do this today because I didn't have time to, because I had to do this today, and it's like, man, you can't keep making them excuses. So I'm working on time management. I say all this.
Bro, same here.
We just spent like the first 5-10 minutes talking about time management. I ain't gonna lie, man, it's early. We just trying to get the tempo going, but we barely even got the time to chop it up before the show. So
you just gotta make sure that you're spending your time where you're getting the most value out of. You know, and you have to invest your time wisely.
no, for sure. People waste a lot of fucking time and don't even realize it, man. Like, just TikTok, yo, the way TikTok has our fucking head spinning,
Bro,
they throw
social
you
media
so
is
much,
it's crazy.
Yo, I
So much
realize
content,
that-
bro.
yeah,
It's crazy.
so
much. Like, it's overwhelming.
information at the same time. It's like, here's a fucking baby juggling. Here's a fucking bear eating a Snicker bar. Here's a fucking car being stolen. And here's a protest in the middle of fucking Florida. Like, what the fuck is going on? And that all happened within 10 seconds.
We're literally
scrolling.
like deer in headlights. It's just like
Right.
you don't know what to do. You're just so overwhelmed. And it's so intriguing. It's like and
I
then,
don't know how the fuck people survive like without this shit though, because I ain't gonna lie, like bro, back in like just 20 years ago, my nigga, like if something happened across the world, you wouldn't hear about this shit for a couple days, couple weeks at a time. Like whenever you turn the TV and turn on the news, like the fact that motherfuckers now got the power of the phone, where I can literally know what's going on in Syria and Ukraine. I can find that shit out right now, like in real time.
in real time as it's going on. But at the same time, information overload. You know, it's a double-edged sword. Now you don't even know what's real anymore. A lot of news stations don't even care about what's right. They just want to be first now because there's so much competition. You just want to be first.
Now.
They don't even. They're not even verifying sources, and a lot of people have their own agendas. So they'll try to spin it to where it makes sense for their audience and their base and their agenda. It might not be it, but they're telling half truths, which is not the whole truth.
Everything's views and clicks.
Everything is views, clickbaits. Everything is. Everyone has a certain spin on things. Everyone has a certain angle that they're working.
I just get so mad because
You know?
I just think about like, yo, back in the day, you used to have to go outside to go meet somebody. Like nowadays, it's almost like not only is it the common thing to meet somebody on social media first, it's like necessary.
It's necessary. If you don't have, it's
you
a red
walk up
flag.
to somebody just talking to them like a random stranger in person, like you're a fucking weirdo. What are you doing? Like, like you can't just walk up on people no more like how it used to be. I mean, you can, but good luck with that shit. At this point, it's like natural for us to feel like, nah, I'm gonna get her Instagram. I'm gonna DM her later. Like, I don't want to talk to her right now. Like, what the fuck is that about? But it's just the way the world is shaping us, like slowly but surely.
Like, imagine, like not even too long ago, before cell phones, they had house phones.
Right, and you didn't know who was calling.
You don't know who was calling.
Matter of fact, you was balling if you had caller ID.
Yo,
you had caller ID was that nigga. Like caller ID was a thing. I be thinking about this shit, like bro, like back in the day. Like, cheating on your bitch had to be so easy, son. There was no social media, no Instagram, no nothing. These niggas literally had secret families the next town over. Like, not even on the same side of town. Like,
oh my gosh.
Yo, I know niggas who was dead brothers and didn't know it till they was about 13, and we was on the same football team, nigga. That shit was mind-blowing to me. Like, how the fuck y'all ain't know y'all was brothers and y'all lived in the same town? But it's because their parents grew up in the 70s and 80s and shit. And you could literally have
lose track of everything.
You got your secret family next door. Like, motherfuckers would not know. Nigga be raising a whole village. Like going back and forth, and it was ill because niggas' wives used to know that shit. Like, oh yeah, he over there. Like, take this to da da da.
Out of sight, out of mind, type of thing.
Hey man, it was a wild world when you think about it back in the day.
Yo, think about it like this. Like, I'll be like, yo, meet me here tomorrow at 8:00. And show up tomorrow at 8:00. There was no like.
Nah, you right.
That's how it used to be. Like, meet me here tomorrow at 8:00.
Without Apple Maps, nigga, Google Maps, how the fuck did niggas get anywhere?
Yo, you remember MapQuest?
Fuck MapQuest. Niggas had to go to a gas station and buy an atlas, a regional atlas. Like, you had to go get a fucking map from that local region you're at. You had to stop whenever you cross the state lines, get the next map in route.
That's so
it's
tough. That's mind blowing.
That's some real Lewis and Clark shit. Like, niggas was reading maps. Bro, I wouldn't know where nowhere, nigga. Literally. Like,
Yo.
imagine like a shorty tell, like if somebody told you like, oh, could you meet me? Like, you had to link somebody at the fucking mall and then go to somewhere because you had to meet in a public location because it's like
You
tell
have to.
somebody,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yo, go to this address in the middle of fucking like Sea Caucus or some shit, some random ass fucking town.
6:30.
Right.
Sharp.
It's like, oh, you gotta look for the Sears on exit 5 and the 3 lights down, make a right till you see the big red house on the corner and
if
make a
you-
left. It's
if
like,
you're
nigga,
not-
I'm not getting there. It's over.
No, it's over. And
I'm
if
not
you guess
getting
what,
there.
it ain't no confirmation text, ain't no confirmation
Exactly.
calls. It's
How
like
the fuck do I
show
call you,
up,
bitch?
show up.
Like,
I'm gonna be wearing white. Show up. Like
I'm gonna be wearing white.
I'm gonna be waving my hands like this.
That's
This is me
actually
right here.
terrifying. Fuck that. That's fucking terrifying.
Yo, but you gotta realize back in the day, like
Damn.
how important the postal system was. That's how people communicated.
Yeah, nah.
Through letters. Like you had to
Whoa.
physically.
You took it way back. That's before
but
phone calls.
No, but in general, like it's communication is crazy. The way how everything evolved.
Nah,
like
word though.
that was. You had to write letters, and someone had to go and deliver those letters. Like,
Niggas used to have pigeons fly letters. Fuck,
Yo, that shit is crazy.
Fuck the post office. Niggas literally had pigeons. Like, yo, tie the shit
The
to his
carrier
ankle.
pigeons,
Yo,
like,
fly.
no.
And hope and pray that this nigga get to where he got to
Yeah,
get
exactly.
to.
How would you ever know? How would you ever
What you
know?
mean, how would you know? The nigga would send the pigeon back. The nigga would send the pigeons back. Bro, it's a fucking wild
But
world.
I'm saying, how would you know how
long?
long it take? Like, feel me? Somebody had to know how long it took. How would you know? You just sitting there waiting. That's what I'm
Yo.
saying. Everything had to be trial and error. Somebody was thinking like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but we go like,
Yeah, that's
really
fucking
crazy.
wicked. And then I was thinking about it like, yo, niggas was dead going to see like on some like, yo, we gonna get this boat and we're gonna go that direction for as long as we can till we find some shit.
yeah, till we find something, and we're gonna
Niggas harness the wind, dog.
yeah.
Harness the wind, my nigga. What?
the westerlies and all that.
Fuck that.
the trade
Fuck
winds.
that. And I feel like them shits is fast. Remember we was in Jamaica and the motherfucker had the boat with the engine and the sail, and they turned the engine on, and the
bro,
sail
the
had us
sail was-
cooking it.
yo,
we was flying across the whole coast of this shit.
That was dope.
Yeah, that
Yo, that was a movie. That was a movie.
That's mind fucking though. Like, yo, bro, I'm gonna get on this boat for like 6 months and hope for the best, nigga. It's only gonna be about 30% of us alive when we get there, but we're gonna hope for the best, nigga. We're gonna pack all this fucking dead meat, throw some salt on this shit. We're not gonna cook it when we get there because we can't start like, yo, it's a fucking mind fucking experience, but it's actually kind of motivating when I think about like, granted, those aren't the best people, motherfuckers that was first setting sail to go discover some shit between like the Vikings and shit like that, like all pirates, like all these niggas was tripping. All these niggas was literally on a quest to go fuck some shit up. They were literally on a quest to go steal some shit and go literally fucking rape everything. And by everything, did y'all know Columbus and them niggas was raping manatees, dog? Oh God, these niggas was fucking walruses. Yo, bro, you can literally look that shit up on Google, bro. They were fucking the walrus.
You know-
They thought they were mermaids.
You know what? You know me. I'm a big history buff. I know dates and all that. Like
nah, you know
I know
some shit?
real details, but I never heard that before. That's
Oh,
actually
God.
hilarious. I
Nah,
never heard
niggas
that
was
before.
fucking manatees, bro. Fucking the manatees, man.
Ain't gonna lie. That's different. That's
Like, how the fuck? Have you ever seen a manatee? Have you seen a big fat ass fucking like face like with the whiskers and shit? Them shits are gross. But
I'm
they,
not gonna lie. That's probably where half the diseases came from right there.
yeah, motherfuckers fucking monkeys doing all that twisted shit, man.
Yo, that I've never heard of that. That's actually
Nah,
hilarious.
history is fucking amazing though when you really think about this shit.
Yo,
like,
that's why I like history.
Word, and it's also because like you got to think like, yo, what was the mindset of somebody who just was like, yo, we're gonna go on this boat. I gotta keep reiterating, we're gonna go on this boat, nigga, for 6 months and hope for the best in the
don't-
middle of nowhere. You know how dark it gets in the ocean, my nigga? Yo, go to the beach at nighttime. I dare
It's
you to I
terrifying.
dare you to go 30 yards in the water. I bet you money you won't go waist deep in that water.
Terrifying.
That
the only,
shit is
the only
the
thing you see
scariest
is the
looking shit in the
reflection of the moon, and if you had a nice spot, luckily some stars.
Bro, that is the scariest shit in the world. Like, what the fuck you mean we just gonna say? And mind you, they used to think about like Loch Ness monsters. They thought there was I honestly, I think the ocean do got fucking aliens in it. I think sea creatures are the aliens. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, they really are though.
But we don't gotta get into. I think they actually have life figured out. I ain't gonna lie. I think sea creatures got life figured out. They got this shit like down packed. They live in the most comfortable, and they're the majority of this planet. Like they 70% of this motherfucking planet. Their terrain is 70%. We got the other 30. So it's like,
They own us. You
They
feel me?
they own us.
We
They got
all-
that shit figured out. Their hierarchy makes sense too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's literally a fucking food chain. When you look in the ocean, it's simple. The bigger the animal, the higher up on the food chain. We're like, we fucked that up as humans off the strength that we discovered guns. Once we found guns, like we wasn't fearing shit.
Nah, everything
And
was
now
fair game.
and now look around. There's highways, there's cities, there's all types of shit. Like that literally just stemmed off niggas discovering guns. Like literally, guns is the reason why we are where we are. Dead ass. Like when you really think about it. Like without that shit, we would be scared as fuck in the middle of the jungle, nigga, hiding under some rocks because there was a jaguar out there. Then we discovered, oh, we gonna make some shit that'll boom this shit. Bang.
Okay.
Yeah, and then boom, bam, bop. Now we here.
Nah, we them niggas.
Now we here.
Boom, bam, bop.
We fucked up the whole fucking like food, like literally the entire food chain. We fucked it up by just discovering guns. Like, and also, yeah, it stems to our brains working a certain way. Niggas had thumbs, blah blah blah. Now we here, but. Going back to Christopher Columbus and them, I was thinking about how the fact that these motherfuckers thought they were going to India.
Yeah, they thought they were selling to India.
They thought they were selling to India, and not only that, like back then, like food was just like people were just discovering like, yo, we can make food something that's not just a means of survival, but it's something that's like a luxury and a pleasure. So they discovered spices and shit, and then they discovered like, oh, I can wear clothes that's not this nasty ass gray and brown by discovering dyes. They're like, oh, we can make this shit blue.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, nigga? These niggas was out conquering the fucking world to discover dyes and spices and shit like that. Like, it's fucking mind blowing when you think about it. Like, that was a form of currency. It's like, give me 10 pounds of spice, nigga. I'll give you this human. It's fucking mind blowing. It's like. It's like, what the fuck was the world built on? This shit is twisted, nigga. Like to think about shit like that, or like even when they discovered the Caribbean, like people don't realize even down to the exact name, the Caribbean, it's the Caribbean. If you think about the Caribbean, the number one thing that they exported at the time was beans. It was coffee beans, chocolate, cocoa beans, shit like that. So the name Caribbean, if you say it with an English accent, is Caribbean. It's not Caribbean, it's Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? It's literally because the people were carrying beans. Like that's where that name comes from. That shit be mind fucking to me too when I break down words to their actual
meaning.
Like,
to the actual meaning.
It's like,
to the root of it. It's like, wow.
That's where that comes from. It's like, fuck, this whole time I'm thinking I'm Caribbean, now it's a Caribbean, nigga. It's damn near racist.
It's all racist, actually.
You think so? I think so. You right. Look at your face. Nah, what, man? But I mean, yeah, racism is a hell of a thing too, man. When you think about like the fact that America is the only country where everybody is something different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
when we go to
all
war,
come from somewhere else.
When we go to China, if we go to war with China, everybody's Chinese. You know what I'm saying? We go to war with fucking London, Russia. Everybody's Russian. Everybody's from the UK.
We're the only ones that were not from here.
Well, actually, UK's a little different because they got a whole lot of people too. People started immigrating and shit out there. But like, you think about it, you go fuck with Japan. It's a bunch of Japanese people. Over here, people are divisive off rip. Like me and you might go to war with some fucking like we in the middle of the military in a platoon with like let's say some people that aren't necessarily too not racist. Let's say some fucking skinhead motherfuckers that just wanted to go to war because they just wanted to hit shit. They just trying to kill something. Like, why would we watch they back? We know how they feel. We know who they voting for. Like, this nigga's a Trump supporter. I'm not about to watch this nigga's back. So that shit is like.
And that reminds me of Muhammad Ali when they were calling him a draft dodger. He said, I ain't going out the kid.
I would have been dodging the shit out of that draft.
He said, I'm not going to Viet Cong. He said, they ain't calling me niggas. I gotta worry about what I gotta worry about here. He said, why am I going there to fight people that look like me, people who are minorities when I'm fighting here in this country?
Nah, for sure. He went to jail over that shit, man.
He lost his boxing permit in the height of his career.
Damn.
I mean, his boxing license in the height of his career.
That is deep, man.
When you're at the pinnacle of your career.
Yeah, that kind of integrity, man, to have that kind of character is crazy. That's why Ali is who he is.
Yeah, that's why who he is.
Yeah, nah, for sure. That shit is dope when I think about like the people who really like went through some shit like that, completely put themselves aside for a bigger cause. Like you look at like Nelson Mandela. Like how many years was he in jail? Like 20-something years. Like this nigga did a life sentence completely innocent.
Legit.
Like completely innocent. Didn't do shit. They were just like, they just made up stories like, yo, listen, this nigga's wilding, this nigga's on some New World Order shit, get him out of here. We gonna put this nigga in a fucking cage for the next time, however long they could. And then for him to come out and end up taking over South Africa and everything that he ended up doing is just like, well, what the fuck?
It's actually mind blowing, you know, when people sacrifice, you know, for the bigger self, for a bigger purpose.
Even looking like Colin Kaepernick, like when you look at his situation, it's like, bro, he didn't have to do that.
No,
like,
and the thing about it is he was been taking these. He was been sitting. The only reason why this blew up is because somebody asked him in an interview, why you taking the knee? You know, it's not like you just start doing that. Yeah.
But there's certain people too, because like Marshawn Lynch, for example, he was sitting down for years too. Like, people didn't realize that he was sitting down. He just wasn't on the floor. He also wasn't the quarterback of the team, you know what I'm saying? But, that is crazy when you think about it. Like, niggas like Colin really just said, fuck the money, fuck everything I got going on. We gonna make this about something bigger than me.
Yeah, it's big. It's bigger. You make it bigger than yourself. And, look at the conversations he started. Look at.
But, I mean, I feel like everybody does have a little bit of, a lot of people had a little bit in them because being a parent is sort of like that too, where you're like, yo, fuck what I got going on. I got to focus on this bigger situation, which is kind of scary though, because that deters a lot of people from chasing their dreams or chasing what they really want in life, because they need stability. They may need to make sure that they're safe and that their kids are secured financially.
That's how life happens,
Yeah, but I don't think people should be that. I don't think people should look at life that way. Like, I think you can still chase your dream and be a full-time parent. It's just like so many people end up giving up and think that the bigger picture is just, I got to make sure this person's good. But it's like, you making sure you're great is going to help them be great, better than just good. You know what I mean? You just got to find that time and that balance to be able to do both, because it is difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Raising kids is difficult, but it's like, man, people going to grow up and do what the fuck they end up wanting to do anyway. So the best you could do is teach somebody some morals and hope that they carry that shit along the way, because truth of the matter is, like, how many of our parents actually know us? Like,
and that's the truth. All you can really do when you have, I don't have kids, I don't have kids, but all you can really do is
allegedly
instill.
You might have a couple kids, nigga. You might have a couple kids, nigga. Not gonna hold you. We'll find out though. They'll be raking records. Raking records is crazy.
Raking records.
They'll be breaking records or some shit, nigga. They'll be someone on the track and field looking like you, nigga. We go like, this nigga right here might be your son, nigga. Nah, for real though.
It's just about, instilling your values into them, because at the end of the day, they're their own person. You can only do so much.
Yeah.
You can really only do so much.
No, word. I ain't gonna lie though. Like, one thing that always kept me out of trouble was the fear of my dad being mad. Like, I don't know why. That shit is so scary when you're a little kid. Like, I don't even know if it's disappointment. Like, you're like, the fear of disappointing them. You're just fucking terrified of like doing anything wrong. So it's like, when I say how many of your parents actually know you, like, your parents didn't see the shit that you did. They don't have no idea the fuckery you were into.
Nobody else. Everyone has three phases: the one the world sees. Mm-hmm. The one the family sees, and the one that they know, the one they look in the mirror and see.
Whoa, that's mind blowing.
Everybody has that face
right.
that nobody knows.
And more times than not, it's three completely different people.
Three completely different. How
that is crazy.
How you show yourself to the world, how you show yourself to your loved ones, and how you actually are.
Nah, word. See, something like this is gonna let a lot of people in on your actual, like, who you actually are, who I actually am, and that's weird to think about and hard to think about, because I'll be thinking like, damn, if I talk on this shit an hour every week, shit, I ain't gonna have nothing to talk about in real life. I feel like I'm gonna just be repeating shit when I talk to somebody.
That's okay. It's okay. But you gotta realize, everything is repeated in life. Everything has been done already. All the concepts have been done. It's just brushed over. It's just new people. It's just, everyone who's ever been successful learned from someone else who's done it before, who's done it before, who's done it. So, it's all the same language. It's all the same language. It's just regurgitated in different manners. It manifests itself in different patterns throughout the world and in different industries.
Everybody contributes a little bit of change to it. And all of a sudden it's something new. Essentially, it's all the same thing. Like podcasting is relatively new, but at the same time, people were doing radio since forever.
Since forever, And the thing about music, music, how many times can you say the same thing over and over again?
Niggas used to literally listen to baseball games and football games.
Sit around over the radio like, let's go.
Imagine that shit, bro.
You sit around the radio
Fuck
like
that. Take me out. Yo, I couldn't.
To the ball game.
No. Take me out of this world. I don't want nothing to do with this shit. Imagine that shit, bro. When I think about like the anything before the 50s, I see that shit in black and gray. Like, I don't even see that shit in real color.
That's cap. We didn't start. Listen. Humans didn't start seeing in color until about 50s and 60s.
I ain't gonna lie. I wish I was there for all that shit though. I wish I could just jump back into my prime. I could just be in my prime in like the 60s and the 20s and like see all of this shit. Nothing before the 1900s. I ain't gonna lie. Before the 1900s. Actually, before last week, nigga, it was treacherous outside.
Nah, I'm gonna say before 1970s.
Yeah, you don't want to just time travel if you're a minority.
If you're a minority, it ain't.
Now, if you white, shit been like this whole time.
You've been out here. Other than the Depression, you've been out here.
I thought you meant the Great Depression. I'm like, that shit fucked up everybody.
That's what I'm
nigga.
saying. No, that's what I'm saying.
The Great
But-
Depression?
Yeah.
But we was all fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. But if you was white, you was lit. Other than the Great Depression.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
That was a tough
Other than the
time.
Depression, he was great. I just want to circle back to we talk about kids. They say there's a wonderful book called Mindset by Carol Dweck. She's a psychologist.
Yeah.
And she studies and she tells that people have two different mindsets: fixed mindset and growth mindset.
I don't
And
feel like you gave me this book or
I
something.
did give you the book. You never read it.
Yeah, no,
But-
I read it enough to know that the book we talking
Yeah,
about.
okay,
the book
okay.
you're talking about.
Okay.
I definitely read the mission statement. I read the covers, nigga.
The mission statement.
Definitely read the covers.
That's tough. Niggas said the mission statement.
Niggas don't hand me no
the table,
literature.
the table of context.
Bro, I hate to read. I ain't gonna lie. But go back to your book before I cut you off for the next 5 minutes.
So in the book, she was saying how when you raise kids, you're supposed to teach your kids. You're supposed to give them praise on their effort and not their results. On their effort and not their results. Hey,
Damn.
good job. You really worked hard at this.
Yeah.
Or wow, I can't believe you figured this out. This is really good.
Damn.
Because when you start to praise them based on their results, then they might start becoming fixed mindset. Okay, I'm good at this. I'm good at that. And guess what? They'll start in the future. They want to be so good at what they're been told that they've been good at their whole life that they might not take those risks, take challenges. They might start taking the easy routes.
No,
Oh
they're
wow,
good at this. Yeah.
wow. Oh my God, you're good at math. You're so
Yeah.
good at math. Okay. Well, in my mind, I'm good at math. So as I'm getting older, I'm going to take math classes that I know I can do well in instead of challenging myself. Because I don't want to not be good at math because mommy and daddy told me I've been good at math my whole life.
Yeah.
Rather than praising your children for their efforts, what they've done and what they've accomplished.
Yeah,
Because
one of
once
the-
you know.
That actually relates to a quote that I love, and it's like it's about the process, not the product.
Yes.
That's a very
it is
important.
it's about the actual process. It's not about the outcome.
Right,
If you
because the
work
process,
hard,
the process is what builds character.
Yes.
It carves you into who you need to be in order to achieve that product. You know what I mean? So the process is super important. I've been telling that to my friends, my comrades, everybody around me, like for a long time, just because like, all right, you can go and get money a certain way, but depending on how easy, how difficult it is, that'll completely like dictate how you behave in the future. Once you get that success, it's like you're gonna be wild. You're gonna be spending all frugal. You're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, just out of control because the way you got the money isn't. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't work.
You work. Everybody works.
No,
but
not.
the way you got the money can. You know what I'm saying? It can alter your mindset. It all seems so easy, so it's so much easier to spend. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that hard. Like I see a lot with people who gamble. Like people who fuck with FanDuel. FanDuel is literally crack. Like FanDuel is going to kill motherfuckers. Like it's gonna be the end of you motherfuckers for real. Like FanDuel took my last 200, nigga. It's over. Don't listen. I deleted the app. It's over. DraftKings, FanDuel.
Nah, my parlays
fuck a parlay. You hear me? Or I go on Instagram and see motherfuckers posting their tickets with one fucked up leg. Like
and guess what?
An
That's all
18
it needs.
parlay, and 7 of them shits hit, 1 of them shits don't, and you're done,
and
nigga.
done up.
Listen, any app that has to give you a fucking warning, hey, are you fucking, like, if you're on FanDuel for 30 minutes, it'll literally pop up, like, you've been gambling.
If you have a gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah, like, it stops you, like, you've been on this app for 30 minutes, you might have a problem. It's like, any app that shows you that, nigga, delete that shit, you hear me? Because it's gonna fuck your
That
life
shit
up.
is virtual crack.
It is, though, for real.
No,
like, it's one of the oldest vices in the world, like, and it's one of the worst, it's one of the harshest vices. I really compare it to smoking crack, like, because it can get that bad. Like, that's where gambling will take you, because it takes you so high, this adrenaline, and then it can take you so low to a different level, not just ground zero, but in the negative. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't just take you back to where you started. It'll set you back 100 steps. So that's why gambling is real dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, it beyond just takes you low. It takes you under where you started, and then it's like, and then you got to work from that. And then the mindset of having to rebuild and restart, most people ain't built for that.
And then once you win, it's free money. So now it's, oh shit,
exactly.
I didn't even work for this.
And now once you win, it's free money. Now I'm balling the fuck out.
Now I'm balling out.
I was watching a Zab Judah interview and he was talking about how they used to gamble. He was like, yo, bro, I used to walk around with $100,000 as a gambling, like on like this my pot. Like, this is what I walk around with just in case a nigga want to pull some dice. I get right with a nigga. I'm like, yo, this nigga is crazy.
Different.
And he was talking about, and they were asking him like, yo, did you win more than you lose? He was like, absolutely not. Are you crazy? Because every time
how it works.
every time you lose, you just lose, and every time you win, you go blow the money that you won. So you never actually win because you're just fucking wild.
The house always wins.
And the house always wins. We need to go start a fucking casino, my nigga. I'm trying to start everything.
Wins.
You know what I'm saying? Like casinos, that shit, they got it, bro. They don't fuck. They can't fucking lose. They literally can't lose. They take a percentage of everything. Like, bro, that shit is a setup, my nigga. And the virtual shit, like when they virtual roulette, you fucking shitting me? Don't play with me.
Nah, how? Who coded this shit? That's what I want to know. Who coded it?
Like virtual, what's that shit called? Blackjack, all that.
Yeah, how?
No,
how?
But
Virtual slots? How? You press the button and I want to know how.
I need the physical machine.
Yes, nah.
I need a hing. I need to
That's
see this shit
about.
rolling. I need it to be random, and I don't even believe in them
But
shits.
they got me neither. Exactly. So I'm gonna believe the virtual shits, but like now they have it at the press of a button right on your phone. You don't even gotta do nothing.
I seen it.
Nothing.
You
gotta get out of bed.
I seen niggas running it up on the phone though, like with the online shit. I done seen it, but I also
I've seen it too. I've seen both.
I ain't gonna lie. I had one time I definitely turned like $50 on. I think is it roulette? No, it's roulette. Right, with the spinning shit and the numbers on the board.
Yeah.
I was definitely on that shit. Turned $50 to like $700, and within like 2 minutes, I turned that 700 into zero again. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
The key is you gotta put some back in your pocket.
Now, you know how fucking mad I was?
I bet the highs and the lows.
That shit fucked my whole day up in 30 minutes.
What? You was on top of the cliff, and then before you know it, you was looking up like, damn, how'd I get here?
Right, dropping.
How'd I get here? You in the red like, damn.
Oh God, I was just up 700, nigga. How?
But yeah, but going back to what we were talking about, you know, like even the kids getting allowance, they don't appreciate the money you get them from an allowance, you know.
Oh yeah, nah, I was spending that shit on weed.
Yeah, because they didn't really work for it or anything.
Nah, word. I mean, my parents knew that shit too. Damn.
You can't even hide it at some point.
Yeah, I mean, one of the last arguments I had with my parents was literally I was like 14, and I wanted to go get some shorts from like Aeropostale. I'm like, yo, Pops, let me get $40 so I can get this 2 for $40 cargo shorts. You know what I'm saying? And he like, nah, you're gonna spend it on weed. And he was like, fuck. I was just like, fuck, this nigga's right. This nigga's right. I am gonna spend that shit on weed. Nah, but I remember I got so fucking bad. That story ended up horrible. I ended up going to the fucking emergency room to get drug tested. Shit ended up costing my dad like $1,500 for a drug test. Like it was bad. But man, shout out to that moment because right after that I started working.
I remember
literally
that.
like the next weekend I was like, I'm working. And I think the next weekend was like a couple days from that. I literally started working immediately after that. Cause I was like, yo, I hated that feeling of being broke.
I was just about to say that. I remember you used to complain. You used to hate being broke so much.
Yo, bro, it's one of the scariest feelings, man.
And then you started working, and then
everything from there.
I remember those days. You was really.
I used to really talk. I was very vocal about it. Like, yo, I fucking hate this shit. I can't get no fucking food, nigga. I'm hungry. Niggas is at KFC getting snackers, right? Niggas is at KFC getting snackers and shit, getting good food. I'm fucking starving, nigga. I'm like, fuck. Motherfuckers used to have to like scrape up money to get Black and Miles and shit, man. Yeah, it was bad.
That was dark times. I remember that.
Whatever, man. Remember we used to walk around the town and literally make bombs. Like somebody's supposed to be in jail. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, bro, we used to all right, so boom. This is what we used to do. Let me break this down.
We was pyros.
Pyromaniacs, nigga. Something was wrong with us. But mind you, this is what I was talking about last episode where I was like, yo, shout out to weed and women because they gave us a sense of direction. Bro, we used to literally go around and find a box, like a random box that was just big enough and buy an Axe can.
Box.
And buy like any type of Axe can or any type of like cologne that has like pressurized air inside of a bottle. We used to buy that for like $1. Go get a fucking random box from anywhere. Literally go into a dollar store like, yo, you got any random boxes? Like y'all throwing out? And they be like, yeah, here, take this fucking box. Cool. Take this box. Then we would steal some newspaper on somebody's lawn, wrap the motherfucking Axe can in the newspaper, put it in a box, light the fucking paper on fire, and just walk away and watch this shit till it blows up. And when I tell you that shit used to make like a fucking mushroom. Don't try this at home, by the way. Like I'm pretty sure I'm teaching you some top secret information, and I might be subpoenaed to go to jail. I might be subpoenaed to go to court and explain this shit because I probably shouldn't be giving this information out. But when I tell you this shit makes a giant fucking mushroom cloud and it blows up and it sounds like a real fucking bomb, bro. It was the coolest shit in the world.
Thing ever.
Yo, we did that shit every fucking day, nigga. Like we used to do this shit like literally. We probably did that shit like 30 times in a matter of like the week that we found out how to do that shit. You know, what's up?
It was like, oh,
was doing
Word,
that
we
shit in
could
my
do this?
backyard. We used to do that shit at the park. Shit then got lit on fire. It's been over 7 years. Yeah, it's been over 7 years. So we can talk about shit. What's that?
Statute of limitations.
Statute of limitations. Statute. I don't know. Statute of limitations. So we can talk about this shit. Yeah, we almost burnt down a couple parks in Teaneck. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Oregon Park. Shout out to Sagamore Park.
Yeah, for
Definitely
real.
was
Shout out to
some shit
Triad.
so-
Shout out to Triad.
Definitely was having mad fun lighting that shit. But yeah, don't try it at home. But at the same time, try it at home. Figure some shit out.
But really don't. No.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yeah, go try that shit. But it's safe. It goes out. We'll be all right. Anyway, yeah.
We were some
Doing dumb shit, but there's people doing way worse shit.
Oh
Fuck
yeah, I know.
that.
Everybody, all kids do wild shit.
Yeah,
But
do
we
wild
was-
shit. Niggas do the dumbest of shit, man. My man's used to. He used to order shit online with his aunt's credit card from Amazon and then sell it for like 1/10 of the price. So like I still to this day have 2 flat screens in my mom's house that I paid $50 a piece for. And like this little nigga was like 13, just ordered shit, everything, and like, yo, bro, I would fuck my kid up if this nigga just spent $1,000 on my credit card to go make 100. And like in his head he was hustling.
And he was hot because it was free money to him.
Yeah, he's also in jail for life right now for murder. So that he was kind of fucked up in the head. I ain't gonna lie, niggas tripping.
But it was free money to him.
Yeah, and shit, that actually goes right back to what we was talking about. When motherfuckers don't have the concept of money.
Oh,
If they don't-
yeah,
if
if they didn't
get it-
invest-
if they didn't earn it or had to go through a certain process to
don't
get
come-
it, they're just
then
like fuck it. It means nothing to them.
It doesn't mean anything to them.
that-
This is here, whatever.
Nah,
but
that's tough.
but when you actually got to earn it yourself, now you understand what went behind getting whatever he was getting.
Yeah, and that's why I never could gamble because it hurt too much to lose the money that I was using my hard labor for. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm working with my hands every day. I'm sitting down sweating. Yeah, it's like nah, I can't leave it up to chance to lose some money.
I'm more of a safe gambler. Feel me? If we go into the casino.
Safe gambler.
No, listen. If we go to the casino,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I got $250 on this. I got $250 tonight. All right, so boom. If I win the $250, I'll put it back in my pocket. So if I lose everything else,
At least
I'll break out even, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's how I normally do things because I can get a. I'm very competitive. I'd be really getting upset. I'd be like generally like, nah, I'm not pussy. Like, fuck is you talking about? Nah, run it back. Nah, run it back.
Run it back.
Run it back.
But that mindset right there to have you
That's
broke,
what I'm saying.
nigga.
But that's why I keep the $250 in my pocket just in case anything else I lose is not a loss. I walk out of there even.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, at least you
I
live with
gotta
the
have some
experience.
type of self control because I'll really like run it up.
You definitely live with the experience. I mean, I guess you get something out of it, but nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. And
I do it for sport, for the culture.
Nah, yeah, it does make shit more interesting.
Yeah.
Gambling on sports do make the game more interesting, but no, fuck that.
Yeah, it does. Nah, I'll be really getting mad. Like, and I'll be holding. And the thing is, like, I'll be holding it against. Like, nah, I can't. I'll never. I'm always against that person now. I'll always get that team now. Nah, y'all the ops now. Y'all made me lose money.
Yeah, that's the
not.
Cowboys. Fuck the
But that's not how you
Cowboys.
gotta think. Yeah. Always fuck the Cowboys.
It's always fuck the Cowboys.
Thing about the Cowboys is that Cowboys is cubic zirconia. Feel me?
Yeah, word. It's a fake ass diamond. It shines.
They
but
are
them
the
niggas is fake.
definition.
It's a fake
Oh my
ass fucking
gosh, they're the
diamond.
definition. Oh, hype.
Yeah.
That cubic zirconia
Nah, I don't
look
know somebody
real.
fucking with Dak Prescott, bitch ass.
That cubic zirconia look
Fuck
real
Dak
good in that light when you about to buy it.
Yeah.
It look real good in that light when you about to buy it. Yeah. Wait till 2 weeks. That should start clowning up.
Right, wait till that diamond test to come out.
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah.
Nah, I know what you mean though, for sure, but nah.
Nice and flashy, but niggas bait up. Bait up religiously.
Yeah, I can't do it, man. I can't do it for sure. I really can't. Losing my money to just chance? Nah.
Yeah, literally.
I need a fair fight.
Yeah, like that's not even fit. Like,
yeah, you're strong arm robbery at that point. And you're signing yourself up for it? Nah, fuck that. Hell no. I'd rather go waste my money in the stock market or some shit.
yeah,
Like, something
no,
like-
nah, that's it. Somewhere, okay, boom, that which is like gambling, but hey,
It is, but
but it depends on what type of investing you're looking at. If you're looking for long term, you don't even think about it like that, you know.
nah, word though, for sure, man. I keep drawing a blank, but I was just thinking about something that was in my head. I wanted to bring it up, but I got lost talking about the fucking Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys. Yo, matter of fact, thinking about sports though, yo, shout out to St. Peter's, my nigga.
Yo, big shout
that
out St. Peter's, bro.
Bro, that shit has been
Peacocks?
fucking my head up.
The Peacocks?
Especially now, I live so close to Jersey City that I be in Jersey City.
Yo.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo,
Bro, I was in Jersey City on Friday night, bro.
Yo, shout out to St. Peter's.
Shout out to
bro.
St. Peter's.
Them
Elite
motherfuckers
Eight?
right there, yo, Elite 8 is tough.
First time
bro.
for a 15 seed?
Bro, that's damn near a high school team playing out there. Like,
Bro, they
like,
gym is worse than our high school gym. High school gym.
I believe it.
That ass. And they beat Kentucky, they beat Purdue.
That Cinderella story, man, it's a beautiful thing to watch. I love that. I love that shit. That shit
They
touches
beyond Cinderella now, feel
yeah,
me?
that's what I'm saying. That shit really be touching the nigga heart when you see motherfuckers do shit like that, man. That shit is beautiful to watch.
Jersey,
New York too, man. They got a nigga out there from like Harvard or some shit. This nigga throwing up cake size and shit. I'm like, bro, you gotta chill. Like, this what happens when you don't realize that you're on TV. It's like, bro, slow down.
No, big shout out to St. Peter's. They fucked everybody bracket up. Guess what?
Yeah.
Can we talk about how they played on National Peacock Day? How does that even make sense?
What the fuck is National Peacock Day?
Exactly. There's a day for everything. But they were
What
destined
is
to win.
National
They were
Peacock?
destined to win.
No.
No, it's
what the fuck is National Peacock Day, dogs?
Bro, listen. There's a day for everything. You know that. Exactly.
Why?
I don't know. But they played on. It was destined. It was
I better
destined.
die with a holiday. Fuck this.
Yo,
Peacock Day?
Listen, if you have enough money, you can get your own holiday.
Yeah, they do have Pi Day. March 14th. I don't know what that's about. But niggas used to get pizza and shit.
Well, I mean,
so fuck it.
but that's 3.1. Cool. That's math for me.
Nah,
3.14. Is that about it?
National Peacock Day? Nah, I need some fact checking on that.
Bro, whenever they played, what is the 25th? Bro, March 25th is
now
National
you remember
Peacock
the
Day.
day? You got me all right.
Bro, because they played, that shit was amazing to me.
No, man.
No, but shout out to the underdog, because listen. I always consider myself the underdog in everything I do. Listen,
I like to think of life like that.
Just listen, just give me a chance. Just all I need is a step in the door, and I'm gonna kick that bitch open. Feel me?
Nah,
that's how I'm thinking about it. I'm always the underdog.
Yeah, I always like to feel like I'm punching up.
Yeah, always.
Because if not, then you're just trying to look down and everything. It's like that's not reality.
But but when you have a lot of goals and ambitions, you're always the underdog.
Nah, for sure.
Because you're never where you're supposed to be. You're never where you want to be. Because the people or whatever you do to look up, the ones that you're emulating or look up to, you want to be in their shoes. They're probably steps ahead of you, so you're already automatically the underdog.
Nah, yeah, you're right.
When you want a lot out of life and want to do a lot of things, you're always the underdog no matter what you do.
Yeah, never being satisfied is like a way I always go about life. Like, I'm never satisfied.
No, you can't.
Never satisfied.
You and real successful people aren't. They just okay. I hit my goal. I want to revamp my goal. Okay, boom. I want this for myself. Now I want this for my community. Now I want this for other people. You know, right. It's a whole shifted mindset. You know, it's either you never want to be stagnant. You know, a fruit's either ripe or it's decaying. It's never in between.
Damn.
You're always either staying ripe or you're decaying. Shit. There's no stagnant level in life.
Nah, word. That's why it's so important to have short-term goals that you're continuously you're creating. Matter of fact, I had just went on my phone and I realized in my notes I had wrote a whole list of things to do in May of 2021, and I was reading it the other day and it gave me chills because half of it was already done. I'm like, and mind you, I completely forgot I wrote that list. Like, and that's like manifesting on another level. Like, you need to manifest shit to that, like a physical level, and then you need to manifest it, and then fuck around and just forget about it sometimes, and just work on the actual process. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, that shit right there fucked my head up when I look back in my folder and I seen this shit that I wrote. I was like, what the fuck?
You don't even write it.
I'm like, damn, I just did that shit. And that was May of last year. That shit fucked my head up. And that gives me actually talking about the NCAA and talking about manifesting and all that. We were actually in Jamaica watching that fucking the documentary about the North Carolina State.
Yes.
Team. Bro, if you haven't
Paterno.
watched this, yes, Joe Paterno. If you haven't watched this fucking documentary, bro, it's the fucking dopest shit in the world.
That shit is amazing.
Yo, this fucking college coach, he shows up to the first time he gets a Division I job. He was coaching at like a fucking high school. If I'm not mistaken, he was coaching at I can't remember. I can't even fucking remember. Not the point. I don't want to get lost. So the motherfucker was coaching. He just got to a college team. The NC State was pretty much mediocre. Mediocre. They ended up going like barely 500 for the season, meaning like they just as much wins as losses. They ended up winning their regional. They ended up winning the tournament for their division or whatever it was. So they ended up getting into the actual the top 64 NCAA tournament. And what was crazy is before the season had started, the coach he was saying like they took the day before the season started, they had a practice where all they did was show up to the gym and they took one last second buzzer beater shot, and it was they were pretending it was the game winner to the national title. And then with that, they literally celebrated. They bugged out in the middle of the gym. There's nobody else there.
Cut out the nets.
They jumped up on a ladder and cut the nets off of the hoop, which is like a thing you do when you win the fucking championship. They cut the nets off and on and celebrated. Had people on each other's shoulders. They did all that, and then. Fast forward to the end of the season, they're in the tournament. They end up beating. They were the underdog the entire tournament, literally by a lot. They were heavy underdogs. And then they ended up playing a fucking powerhouse team.
Houston, bro.
Houston with Akeem Olajuwon and
Elgin,
Clyde Drexler.
They called him Flash Slammer Jammer.
Yeah, right. That team, right? That used to give fucking the Fat Five in Michigan work. Like they ended up playing them in the national title, and they win by a last second fucking buzzer beater.
Just like they
had
did,
practice and manifested, and that shit fucked my head up. I'm like, dog, that's a different level. Like you need to be in tune with yourself to be thinking like that. So like now I be literally in my car, man. You would think I'm a fucking maniac if you ever pulled up next to me and you see me in the car. I be fucking talking on stuff. I be giving out fucking speeches in my car, like literally thank you speeches. It's fucking weird. Like I'm glad nobody can just like these walls don't watch me, cause nigga I be on some different levels.
That's how you gotta do
shit
it.
Like that though. It's really be shit like that. For real, like I'll be in my car like pretending I'm in a Lamborghini.
Wait, time out.
Like when I'm looking, I see a Lamborghini in my head, but I know it's not a Lamborghini.
This is definitely Jimmy V. We said Joe Paterno.
Whoa,
that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy.
Who the fuck is Joe Paterno then?
The Penn State coach.
He was touching kids.
That wasn't him. It wasn't him.
He was in there during the scandal.
He was the head coach. He was the head coach.
So who was touching the kids?
What's his name?
How we call Jimmy V Joe Paterno?
Yeah, that's different.
Jimmy V has a whole fucking foundation.
Yeah, legit, because of cancer. He's like a whole. I'm like, wait, time out. Whatever you saying, we got it. That's crazy. That's really crazy.
Joe Paterno got it. Wait, so Joe Paterno wasn't touching the kids?
No, it was somebody on his staff. I forgot his name.
Damn.
I forgot his name.
Penn State. Was it Saquon Barkley that during that regime? Nah, we don't got to talk about that.
I think it was a left.
Nah, that got it. Jimmy V and Joe Paterno are two completely different people.
Yo, I'm like, wait, time out. I'm like, we not about to do Jimmy V like that.
Yo,
we not about to do Jimmy V like that.
Yeah, but regardless, the point of the story was, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Manifesting to a physical level where you're actually not just seeing it, but you're pretending it, you're living it out. You're thinking about it. Like, I be working out sometimes. I'm on a bike and I just close my eyes and in my head, I try to picture like the top of a mountain in like Costa Rica or Hawaii or some shit. Like, and I be meditating. I be so focused on that thought that it's like I'm just.
You're actually there.
Yeah, it's like I'm actually there, and I feel like I'm living in the now. And living in the now is such an important topic we're gonna have to touch on next episode because I ain't gonna lie, we're running low on time and we just been chatting on it. Definitely got to get on some better topics and shit next time, but for sure. But back to that the whole manifesting idea, man, and just envisioning shit. It's super important for you to get a clear vision. The more descriptive,
the better it is. Yes.
The higher level of manifesting that you're doing, man.
You want to paint a clear picture, exactly what you want to be doing, and then okay, boom, this is the end goal. This is where I want to be. Now let's work it backwards. What do I have to do?
Right.
What for a year from now, what does that look like? Okay, I know a year from now, I'll break that down into 12. What does that mean for this month? Okay, break it down. What does that mean for this week? Break it down. What does that mean daily?
Right.
Once you have the bigger picture, the bigger goal in mind, it's easier to backtrack to see what I'll have to do realistically 100%. On a day-by-day basis to get to that paradise that we're talking about.
Right, what's that road getting?
Yes,
you know
to be realistic about it, because guess what? If you're not realistic, it's just the pipe dream then.
Nah,
you know, if you're not really actually thinking about what you have to do and what steps you have to take in order to make paradise, then it's just a dream. You have to actually sit back and think about what has to be done, what type of work, what kind of trials and tribulations that you have to go through in order to get there, you know?
No, 1000%, you're right. And then go find some people that had already lived and went through that road and see what they went through. And so this way, when some wild shit happens to you, you don't get discouraged. Like, fuck, maybe this ain't for me, because you're gonna go through that a lot. Like, damn, maybe this just ain't meant to be. Maybe because it's so much easier to give up than just keep going. Like, it's literally the polar opposites. Like, keep going takes so much effort, where giving up takes no effort. Just stop, nigga. You're done. And that's where you're gonna end up right there. Wherever you stop, there is where you're gonna end up, and that's gonna be the end of that story. But it's like it's about the motherfuckers who keep on going. Like this world was built on motherfuckers who kept going. Back to Columbus and them niggas. They kept going. They knew they was fucking lost at sea because this was supposed to be a 2-month voyage. Nigga, we've been in the middle of the ocean for 7 months. What the fuck are we doing here? And you know what I'm saying? They kept going. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, fuck Christopher Columbus because we understand there's a dark history to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Columbus Day. But
there's an episode I want to get on. I want to dive deep. I want to give out some real gems.
But there is something always positive to pull out of that, and it goes back to like this world was built on niggas who kept going.
And you got to think about it. You don't. People don't fail. They just stop trying. You don't fail. Think about it. People that want to go on a diet, want to work out, their diet never fails. They just stop trying.
Damn.
Or even a relationship. People just stop trying. You never give up in a relationship.
You just fucked my head up. You just never give up. You just stop trying. On that note, we're gonna have to end this Free Gems podcast today. Listen, man, you never give up. You just stop.
You just stop trying. You just stop trying.
Listen, man. Come on, always here with the gems. You already know what we're here for, man. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you so much, guys.
In the raps. We got a bunch of more episodes coming.
More on the way.
A lot more on the way, man. Guests and everything coming, man. Thank y'all so much. Have a good one. Next time, have a great rest of y'all day, man.
Peace.
We out.